Hello lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad. Welcome back to my channel. I just love being here, so thank you for joining me today. I'm going to take you through what is next on my sewing table. Got a lovely pile of projects cut, ready to go, so they are going to happen, which is very exciting. Now, I would love it if you'd take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I share with you my makes, warts and all, and just share with you my enjoyment of sewing and the fiddling of my hair. No, I just like to share with you what I've been up to recently, and there's likely to be some whippets walking in, there's likely to be a daughter interrupting somewhere, but please don't let that put you off, because I'm very passionate about dressmaking or sewing or being a sewer, whatever you want to call me, and I can't wait to share more content with you. So pop over and subscribe, and thank you to you, those of you that have already. I really appreciate it. So enough waffle, what am I making? Well, do you know what? It's ironic really, I have made a lot of things, and I've got two recent videos that you can see where I've shared, in fact 3 recent videos where I share my makes. I sew a lot, and because it is what I enjoy doing, it's how my brain unwinds from the day. I have a very cruel brain that works against me all the time, telling me things about myself, and when I'm sewing I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything other than the whirling of the machine and the creativity in my brain. So some people feel that way about sport, some people feel that way about cooking. Me, it's sewing. Means I've got a lot of clothes. I do wear them all, by the way, not all at once, but I do wear them all. Very few things in my wardrobe actually don't get touched, so I'm really lucky. But I am occasionally conscious of how many things I make, but I like filling my time with it, so it's something I just deal with. So I started cutting these things out some time ago, and when I was cutting things out it was actually quite cold. This is during May, I think. Summer hadn't turned up yet, so I was still thinking about jackets, I was still thinking about trousers, and then summer turned up and suddenly I'm like, oh, righto. So some of the things I've got on here are probably, I will make them, but they probably might not get as much wear now as they were when I planned them. But that's just how it is, and they'll be fine. So lots of transitional pieces here, I think. But having said that, the first one, which just happens to be on the top of the pile because these are in no particular order, is a swimming costume. Now, I recently shared with you that I made the power bra and the Why Me, I still haven't worked out how to say that, the Waimea rash guard shorts, and I wear that as a bikini. It's almost a one piece really, because you can only see this much of skin. But I always wanted to make a swimming costume. I have the Pilates swimming costume which I made for me and Molly last year, and if I remember I'll put a picture of that here, which I absolutely love that swimming costume, and my daughter looks sensational in it. But I had to make all sorts of adaptations to that because the Pilates has this wonderful, it almost looks like a bikini because you've got a top piece and a bottom piece and they're joined at the side, so it's actually one piece. But it basically means you end up with this section of swimming costume here that you then tie. And when I made it, I just hadn't thought about it because you literally have absolutely no support under your bust. And when I tied it, I literally, if you imagine that's the 2 pieces of the swimsuit, or you can imagine the under boob situation was, well, it was hilarious actually. So I pretty much adapted it so that I sewed this seam, so you have a tie at the top, but it's not quite the same as the designer had intended, I don't think. But I have made, or in the process of making, sorry, the Coalville swimsuit by Megan Nielsen, and I made it using this wonderful athletic fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. So you can see it here. It's sadly they don't sell this at the moment. They mostly sell dead stock fabrics, and I don't know that they've got any in at the moment. Hopefully they'll source some more, and it may be a bit different designs, so I would encourage you to keep an eye out on it. Now I'm mid-make on this. I've got lots of pins in this, so it's a little bit painful to hold up. So I'm making View A, which is the full piece swimming costume. Now I'm going to turn this round. Now, I do know I don't really twirl, but I had some bra cups. They are black, which is a disaster on such a lovely piece of fabric. So when I turn it round, you'll see that I'm attempting to make the shelf bra version with cups, bra cups in it. Now, that is a travesty of swimwear design from my perspective. Can't believe I'm showing you that in public. But anyway, do you know what? I actually don't care. Well, I do care, but I don't mind sharing with you that's what that looks like on the inside. I think these are visible, but obviously they're meant to be nude or white or something. But I didn't have those, so I've used these, and I have tested it, and it doesn't show through on the front, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I will say that structurally this isn't going to be enough to keep my girls under control, but it would be enough for me to have a bob about in the sea, or just generally do some swimming in. It actually fits really well, but the shelf bra, I just had to take a punt on it really. It's nowhere near big enough to hold in my volume. Just nowhere near. So next time I think I'm going to lay out the power bra piece, the pattern piece, over the top of the shelf bra piece, and then amalgamate the two and make my own shelf bra, because it just doesn't fit. It was hilarious actually, because these, you're looking at these and thinking, these are huge. You're not wrong, they are absolutely huge. But I've cut these down. They are even bigger than that. I literally could put them on my top of my head and wear it as a hat. Which gives you an idea of my bust size. I put these foam cups onto the shelf bra, and I couldn't even put them side by side. That's how much difference there was. Way too much information for you, but I'm hoping it's making you smile. But this is beautiful. So all I've got to do really, so that's the linings. I'm having a fight with myself as to whether I want to see, if I keep this way round, I've then got 1, 2, 3 layers of fabric for the front, because obviously you've got the shelf bra, the shelf bra, and then the lining, and then the swimsuit. If I turn it around the other way, so I get the pretty flowers on the inside, which is I think how it's intended to be, because you'd normally put them wrong sides together, then I risk the cups being in the middle layer, and therefore potentially the black will come through. So I think I've decided that I'm just going to go with what it looks like on the inside there, so that it looks all right on the outside. Next time I'll do it differently, or not at all, I'm not sure. And then there's actually, on this view, there's actually ties to go across the back here, and I'm hoping that once that's in and you can pull that nice and tight, it will actually give me a little bit of support, because it's quite a low scoop on the back, which is a really nice design feature. And the pins sticking out here, the bows go, the ties go about there, pretty much where your bra strap would be really, and then there's elastic to go around all of the holes and bits and pieces. So it's really pretty, really quick to make actually, really quick. If I wasn't faffing around with if you didn't have to put a shelf bra in, or you could put the shelf in with no cups and all that sort of stuff, really quick. So if you're feeling intimidated about making a swimming costume, don't, because it's really straightforward. Also, Megan Nielsen has step-by-steps on each of the construction, so incredibly easy. So yeah, that's make number 1 that is on my table, and will probably be next to be completed. And just move those straps there. What else have I got here? I've got all sorts of stuff piled on my ironing board. I can't even remember what it is. Oh, okay, yeah. So I genuinely can't remember how I've laid them out. I literally cut them and then just pop them on there. So this is the wonderful sort of cotton linen mix that I got from, again from Rainbow Fabrics actually. I think a few of my fabrics here from them, just over a long time scale of buying, by the way. This is a self-drafted top that I made last year. So it's cut on the fold, front and back are exactly the same. So I can't take it apart because they are going to be, it's all pinned. This is my self-drafted top. and it's very straightforward. Actually is a very similar design to the Peppermint Magazine top, the lounge suit top. It's a scoop neckline, quite boxy. This is narrower than that one, and then I finished it with bias binding, so there's no facings or anything. I literally took a t-shirt I bought from Zara last year, I laid it down on a piece of flip chart paper actually, drew round it, added some seam allowance, and then this is what is the result of that. I'm mostly doing it from this fabric because I wanted to remind myself, note to self, when drafting stuff, make notes on what you've adapted, because I have got a really nice white linen one which was last year's design, but I can slightly see the bra straps, and I can't remember if I've brought the neckline in or not. You can see my glamorous taping here that looks like I've done something, but I can't remember what I've done. So I'm going to make a top out of this. It'll be very wearable. Yeah, I just really like that fabric, which is great fun. Next up, I have got, I think that's the remnants of it. Yes, that's no good. You don't want to see that. It's just a piece of fabric. But I am making the Persephone Trousers by Anna Allen out of this lovely fabric. In fact, let me get that remnant back because it's easier for you to see. So this is a really lightweight denim. It's got a tiny bit of stretch in it. It's kind of a chambray really, so I'm taking a bit of a chance in making trousers out of it. They are going to be really lightweight, and that's a bit of a risk factor. I think this actually came from Coalville fabrics, so I got 3 meters probably for not very much money. But I really like the Persephone trousers. They're a very straight-legged, quite sort of sailor type trouser. I made them out of some brown needle cord recently. Really liked the design and wanted a lightweight pair of trousers. And I thought, hey, that's fun to have some denim trousers really, because they're definitely not going to be jeans. But the Persephone trousers are very straightforward to make. They've got no external, no outside seam. It's just a seam on the inside. It makes the pattern pieces absolutely enormous. So you do need wide fabric. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to making those. I'll pop the stock photo of the Persephone trousers in here. I'm certain that you've all heard of them before. But yeah, you can hear the rustling. They are all pinned and ready to go, as is everything on here, because I like to do batch prep really. I'm making lots of different things, as you'll see, but I just go through this big phase where I go, right, this fabric, this fabric, this fabric, this fabric, this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, sort of sandwich them all together. Then I take them down to my dining table downstairs and I just cut out a lot, and then I leave them pinned and stacked up in my sewing room so that I can just reach for a project and go. Now, that's not to say that there hasn't been things that have sliced in, come in straight at number one, like something off Top of the Pops. So for example, this time, with all of this stuff still cut out, the McCall's dress that I've just made, the M7531, I'm looking up there because it's up there. So the one that Rachel from Stitched Up and Shona from Satisfaction made in the Scopolis art gallery fabrics, that just went straight over the top of everything else, straight into make mode. So I'm very guilty of that from time to time, which is probably why my spoon costume is still sitting there. More of the zebra fabric here, and I'm taking a chance on this actually. So I'm better off, so they're all cut out here, ready to go. I'm better off putting a stock photo in here because I'm going to make the wide leg trousers from Peppermint Magazine, which is a free pattern. I tried to make the wide leg trousers probably 2 or 3 years ago, when trousers were a bit of a mystery to me, and I think the fabric choice I had was wrong at that stage. Not really. Oh, do you know what? I made them out of a IKEA pair of curtains. Now I know that sounds mad, but they were linen curtains, and the fabric just wasn't right. It was really uncomfortable. and that was the fabric more than the pattern. So I've decided to use my zebra cotton linen to make some wide leg peppermint trousers out of. I haven't done a zip or a zip fly for a little while. Yes, I have. I've just made the Persephone trousers and baby cord. But I don't know why I said that really. But I've done some adaptation to this already, because I've even, must have been feeling very intelligent, because I've even managed to change the waistband to be curved. Yeah, look, I've done a cut and spread on the waistband, which scares me a little, because my waistband probably isn't the same as it was 2 or 3 years ago when I last made these. So who knows? But it looks very like the adaptations that I made to the ginger jeans, and I did that the ginger jeans, a closet core ginger jeans fitting class, where they show you how to do that. It's just an online class, but you know, they show you how to do that. So looks like I've come hot off a class and decided to do that to those as well. So I'm very much hoping that fits, because I just think they're great trousers. Jane from Loopy Maple's closet, she's got a number of pairs of the wide leg trousers by Peppermint Magazine, and I see them and I think, oh, I need to make some of those. So finally it's happening. Lots of pieces to that, so they are loads more pieces. They're massive wide leg trousers, so with great pockets and things, so I'm really looking forward to getting those sewn up. 2 more to go, I think, and this is testament to the change in the weather, because I also decided to make some jackets. I don't need a jacket at all at the moment, but yeah, this is British weather after all. Fibre Mood, I think it was to celebrate International Women's Day. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. As I know Sew Over It did something. It was to celebrate something, sort of solidarity thing, I think. Yeah, I think it was that. But anyway, they very kindly for one day allowed people to download a pattern for free, which was just phenomenal. Very, very generous of them. And I saw the Molly jacket, which I'll put a stock photo of in here. It's a really simple sort of open jacket. Oh no, you can have poppers, but it's not got a collar or anything. It just sort of is a very simple sort of square jacket. With little patch pockets on the front. I don't know why I'm doing that, you can't really see that. But I really liked it, and you can make it reversible, which again I was really attracted to. And I have had this fabric in my stash for the longest amount of time. I bought this from Walthamstow Market, or Walthamstow Street I should say, because I don't think there's a market there anymore, but and just thought this is perfect for that pattern. It's quite a thick fabric, but it is sort of natural fibres of some description, or polyester and natural fibres, but it's such a fun design. These are the patch pockets, they've got a lovely diagonal on them. And then possibly not the right decision, but I've decided to line it with plain cotton jersey. Now this jersey has got really little stretch in it, so it should be okay, and I'm going for more for comfort than anything really. Also this fabric is a little bit itchy, so I wanted something quite stable to be able to line it with. So you basically make 2 versions of the same jacket, put one on the other side the other, and then you bias-bind the edges. So it's quite a quick make actually, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, so that's all cut out here. I'll show you that in a second. So that's jacket number 1 in in this fabric, which you can see. Again, there's tons of it. It's all it's all ready to go. I'm going to put that back up there actually, and then reach over for my final fabric. So my final fabric was destined to be the Persephone trousers. I don't think I've got enough left now I haven't got enough left now to make them. I got this black cotton twill fabric, which is quite robust cotton, from Rainbow Fabrics a good 18 months ago, and I wanted to make the Persephone trousers out of it, but instead I've decided to make a Lakala jacket. Now I follow Lekala. Lekala is a Russian pattern company. I follow them on Instagram, and every now and again they just pop up a picture of, they're only ever the design drawings, there's never a person in them, etc. In my experience that's the case. They put a picture of a jacket on the Instagram feed, and I thought, or a drawing of a jacket on the Instagram feed, and thought, I need that in my life. So I'll put that picture up here now and I've instantly downloaded it. Now, Lekala Patterns, if you've not heard of them before, are amazing. You basically put your bespoke size in, and they produce for you within minutes a pattern in your size. And I haven't had to make any adjustments with any of the things I've made. Quite a long time ago now, I say a long time ago, it was only a year ago, right at the beginning of my YouTube journey actually, I did a review on Lekala Patterns, so I'll pop that up here for you. Excuse me, I got dry throat suddenly. And I just love them. They are incredibly basic instructions. You literally have got point 1 to 8 jacket done. So seriously, you can't make a jacket in just eight sections, or 8 bullet points. And the pattern pieces themselves, in case you're not familiar with that, don't come with any Tilly and the Button style hand holding. On this particular piece here, that is the only marking you have, and that's a notch. There's nothing else here. The rest is literally, it says centre upper back, linen type top 1, and then it's got my personal measurements on there. So you do have to have a little bit of whereabouts in terms of how to make something, because they don't talk you through that at all. But it is a beautiful design. It's kind of sort of military-esque, military-esque look about it, which I'm really looking forward to making. I don't know when I'll get those made up, because as I say, jackets aren't high on my agenda at the moment, but it's all cut out, ready to go. And I think it's quite simple. It's lots of panels actually. So I think it'll actually come together quite quickly. It's unlined, so I'll make sure I've got black thread in my overlocker. Yeah, why not? Oh, here comes a whippet. Hello, you gonna come say hello? No. Every time I say that, she just goes around the other way. Bless her. So I hope you enjoyed that. Not very summery makes actually on my agenda here, which is probably just as well, because summer, we're here with us for about 3 weeks and now seems to have gone again. It was really sunny this morning and now it's not, so who knows. But I mean, it's chilly in the evening sometimes, so jackets are useful at any stage. But it's been great to be with you. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the old bell for notifications, so you don't miss out on any content I'm creating. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe, because I love having you here. Let me know what's on your sewing table. I'd really like to hear from you and hear your feedback as ever. And thank you so much to everybody who takes the time to comment. It genuinely is really, really lovely. So until next time, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you all soon. Take care everyone. Bye bye.